Thank you for sticking around. After the game in the locker room, I announced to our team, after Bronco had had a chance to chat with them a bit, that we officially named Kalani Sitake as our head coach of the BYU football team. So it was a great opportunity for me to address the team immediately after and tell them of their new head coach. I appreciate the patience that the local media has had trying to be able to select a head coach, and for that matter, with all of you here, I thought it was an opportunity to take a few questions. Monday afternoon, we'll have a press conference where Kalani will be there, and Kalani and I will take as many questions as we can. But since you've been patient and you're all here, I figured it was a good opportunity just to maybe answer a few quick ones before I hit the road for promo. He's working on that right now, and we'll be able to say a few more things about that on Monday.
Why Kalani?
Kalani is a former BYU football player who understands BYU. In talking with him and discussing his passion for BYU, interesting because he's been successful, and especially most of his training as a coach has been at the University of Utah. And many of my friends at the University of Utah have told us, you're getting a golden boy, he's great. And we feel really good about that. And like one of the things I was looking for was leadership and the passion that he has for the boys, his ability to recruit, his ability to meld together defenses and our style and come together. Feel good about that.
Was he your first choice?
One thing I want to say, look, I said at the beginning of my at the first press conference when Bronco was leaving that I had an opportunity to talk to many of the coaches, and I think I may have talked with everyone that you would think that's LDS and a coach. And I'm really not going to go into how it went with each one of them. I did have an incredible opportunity to learn about each one of them and about the football program at BYU because of talking to each one of them. And I think that after all the wide variety of things, I feel really very incredibly lucky and blessed to be able to have Kalani join our team.
What was the reaction of the team when you told them?
You know, it's interesting. I think it was solid and good because they got behind 35-0, and then go in and tell them after that, after coming back and almost catching up. I had an opportunity to go around the room, and I talked to a lot of the players, particularly those that are coming back, and individually they were very excited.
Was Kyle Whittingham ever one of your coaches that you were looking at?
Like I said, if he's LDS and he's a very good coach, I talk to every one of them.
Last question.
Just how does it feel to have it settled? Have the coach named and now you're working on.
Well, what I told the team in the locker room after the game is, looking at them in their Royals, it reminds me of the past, the present, the future of BYU football, and that game itself was the strangest game I think I've ever seen or been a part of. To give up 35 points in that amount of time, I didn't know. You start doing the math times 4, whoa, and I didn't know how that was going to go. To see those guys claw back, that was cool. And knowing on top of that that Bronco Mendenhall, who they love, was moving on to a new adventure, and now we got a guy that can come in and look those guys in the eye and carry this tradition on. And we play Utah really quickly again, and I've already talked to Kalani, and we got some plans.
All right,
Thank you very much.
everyone.
What do you think of Kalani Sitake using the BYU?
I think that's awesome for Kalani. I was going to end with that statement if nobody asked. I'm very excited for Kalani. He deserves it. He'll do a great job. I think it's a great hire, and proud of him. He was with me for 10 years, with us for 10 years. Did a great job for us, and he's going to do a fine job. He's ready for this. In my opinion, he's ready.